Welcome, everybody. Here we are for some yoga. Go ahead and have a seat, and we'll start with meditation. Get nice and comfortable. Think about your feet flat on the floor there, grounded, opening the chest. And just taking some nice, long, deep breaths. Breathing deep in the belly so you feel the belly coming out as you inhale and then in as you exhale. Focus on exhaling a little extra longer to try to get all the breath out. Now think about relaxing your muscles. Let's start from the top of the head and work down. Focus on relaxing your face and your neck, shoulders. Feel the arms heavy on your lap there, nice and relaxed. And then focus on the torso. Notice the relaxation. Exhaling, really relaxing. Torso. The abs, the lower back. And then send your attention down through the legs. Relaxing the legs all the way down to the feet. And then just taking some deep breaths. Taking just a couple more deep breaths and then we'll open up. Okay, so let's start with scooting up and we'll go side to side. Today we'll work on the different planes of motion. So this is called the frontal plane because you can see the front part of it here. And you're moving side to side, usually in the frontal plane. Reaching up and over. So you kind of think of it as how you look at it from the front. That's kind of the way to see it, is how you look at it. Front view. Up and over. Other side. I always think the planes of motion get confusing because it should be simple, and it seems kind of confusing because we call this the frontal plane even though we're moving to the side. Other side. So I often think it would be the side plane, or the, what we call it, sagittal plane. One more time. All right. So shoulder rolls and pelvic tilts are more of a sagittal plane motion, meaning that it's a plane that you would view from the side. So you can see my motion better if you look at it from the side. It's moving forward and back. So again, it's kind of confusing because I would think you'd be moving forward, back in the front plane, but if you look at it from the side, you can see the motion. This is the sagittal plane. And other direction. And then we push out, curve the back. Hold for a couple breaths. And then reach back, open the chest. Hold for a couple breaths there. Good, and then twisting. This one's not too confusing because think of it as you look down from the top. And so this is the transverse plane. You can see the motion on this plane here if you look down from the top. So transverse. Often rotational movements. And then hold it here, looking back behind you. And other side. All right, and then we'll face the side. One leg back, reaching up. And other side. And back to center. Grab onto the side of the chair, lean to the side. And other side. Good, and then twisting, looking behind you. Other side. looking down. Good, and then scoot up if you like. We're gonna put the right leg out. I'll show you from the side. We're gonna put the right leg out and have the toes up. Take a deep breath in and stretching forward. All right, rotate your ankle. Other direction. So that would be a transverse plane because you're going in a circle. So remember that planes of motion is motion. There could be the motion to get into it, but really we're talking about when you're moving, what plane are you on? So this is like transverse. If you were to look down on top of it, if you point and flex now, that's going to be frontal movement, going forward and back. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's sagittal movement. That's where it gets confusing, you see. So I'm moving forward and back, but really it's sagittal movement because I would see it from the side. It's on this sagittal plane. It's kind of like if you cut it into sections. So if we go side to side with our ankle like this, then that's more frontal. Kind of hard to do that one. Let's go ahead and put the other leg out. And deep breath in. So you could say that you're going into a sagittal movement to get into this stretch, but really it's more about the movement when you're talking about these planes of motion. Good, rotate that ankle. And other direction. And then side to side, you might have to move it in and out. Good, all right. Let's go ahead and stand up. So we'll talk about the hips and the planes of motion with the hips as we kind of warm them up a little bit. First, we have the sagittal plane, that would be the circles. I'm sorry, I'm really getting my words mixed up. Transverse plane. So if you look down from the top. I'm just going to make this yoga confusing, you see. You'll have to think about all of this stuff instead of all the other stuff you could have on your mind. Other direction. Just keep your mind occupied with this transverse, frontal, and sagittal movement. So this is transverse, going in a circle as if I was looking up top, down onto it. And then we have sagittal movement. It's if you look at it from the side. In this plane. And then we have the frontal movement. It's all in this front plane where you see it from the front. Actually, I should just do the hips here, side to side, just focusing on hips. All right, so let's do some tree pose action. I'm gonna start with just like this, and we're gonna move the knee in and out, and you can hold it there, hands on the hips or heart center, or hold the chair. Try to balance if you can, and just take the hips in and out, moving on that transverse plane. Good. All right, other side. Then go ahead and take it in and out. And relax. Good. Take your hips side to side again. Next one we're going to do is a warrior three. We'll do it moving. So this would be in the sagittal plane here, looking at it from the side. Go down and up. Reach for it, and then back. A little bit of balance, right, when you hold it here, and then relax. Hold, relax. Same leg the whole time. Do two more of that side. Good, and then we'll do the other side. About four more of these. Good. All right, and then we'll do the star pose. This would be in the frontal plane, going one leg at a time, but we're still going to do the movement. Hold, relax. Hold, relax. Five more. Good, then we have the other side. Three more. All right, good. So let's go ahead and get into some downward dog next. And we're gonna do a little bit with it. So make sure you got room back here. What we're gonna do is kick the leg back once we get settled. So you're here, take a couple breaths. Now watch your balance here because you could fall on this one. You don't wanna fall. Make sure you do it at your level. We're gonna go out with the leg, bring it back, and then bring it down. And then other side, and just alternating sides there. You can see we do a lot of front and back movement in the sagittal plane. It's a lot of our movement as human beings. It's good to do more rotations and frontal movement when you're going side to side. One more each side. And relax. Next we have cat and cow. This is going to be the sagittal plane again, looking at it from the side. And we're going to curve the back and then open the chest. So we'll just move back and forth. Exhale, curving, bending the knees. Inhale, open up. Exhale. Inhale. Excellent. All right, next we're gonna do some rotational movement. It's gonna be called the golf clap. It's gonna be that time of the year, so if you want to practice your golfing, the main thing with golfing is range of motion. You want to be able to swing back as much as you can so you can get that going. So what we're gonna do is bend the knees slightly here, put your hands here like you're golfing, put your hands together, and all you're gonna do is look up and reach back, and then come back down to here. Look up and reach back, and down to here. Just alternate. Inhale, look up, exhale, come back. And that's a transverse movement, rotational. Good, and then just reach back, put this hand on the leg there. And other side. And relax. Next, we're gonna do warrior one. Step out with the right leg and reach up, lean into it, both hands. And just settle into your stance, taking a couple deep breaths. And relax. Back to downward dog. Stretch it all out. Good, back to center. Next, we have warrior one. Stepping out with the other leg and reaching up with both hands. Kind of settle into it so you get a good stretch in the abs, taking some deep breaths. And relax. This time just walk the hands down, stretch out the back of the legs a little. Okay, next we have a hip flexor, hip extensor stretch. So you can do this balancing again where you don't hold on. You're just gonna go forward and back, or hold on if you need to. And this is gonna be from the sagittal plane, forward and back. See how much distance you can get each way without hurting yourself. Just kind of swing it a little. All right, other side. About 5 more, see what you can do. Excellent. All right, next we have gathering sunflowers. This will be in the frontal plane, moving kind of to the side, and then coming down. Inhale up, exhale down, toes turned out, nice and wide, big wide stance. And start to think about having the arms back as much as you can. Big circles back. And then sun pose. Relaxing into the stance. Tuck the pelvis underneath. Take a couple deep breaths. And relax. We'll turn this foot forward, this one to the side, triangle. Make your stance wider if you need to. Reach down, reach up, and look back. Taking a couple deep breaths. And then we'll do reverse warrior, reaching up with this hand, leaning back, straightening the front leg. And relax. Take a break from that. We'll go to downward dog, stretch it all out. And relax. Good, next we'll have the triangle on the other side. So we're gonna step out. Make sure that foot's pretty much forward, pointed forward. Lean into it. Reach up, look back. Taking a couple deep breaths. And relax. Straighten this leg, reach up. One more breath. And relax. Good, let's go ahead and have a seat and we'll finish seated here. Start with right leg out. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, just stretching the back of your leg. Toes up, legs straight, lean into it. Keep the back straight, chest to toes. Okay, rotate that ankle. Try to feel each and every little muscle there. Other direction. And then point it forward and pull it back. Other leg out. Deep breath in. Good. Rotate that ankle, feeling each and every little muscle. And the other direction. And then point it forward and pull it back. Crossing the legs, either low or high. Keeping the back straight and leaning forward. Feel it in the hip there. And then hugging up, pulling in. Go ahead and switch sides. Other leg up, either low or high. And hugging up. Do a little twist here, turning your head. Go ahead and relax, sit back all the way. Grab the side of the chair, just stretch your neck out. Take your ear to shoulder, and then start moving your arm around in a circle. Really just swing it, don't control it so much. Let it just kind of swing. Other direction. And other side. Circle it around. Other direction. Okay, and then looking side to side. Give it a hold here. You can even add a little bit. Other side. Looking down, you can add a little weight to it with your hands, stretching the back of your neck. And then we're going to open and close the hands. Make a fist, roll it around a little bit. Other direction. And stretch the wrists, pull the fingers down, open the chest, take a couple deep breaths in the chest. Okay, so let's finish with some nice relaxation meditation. Getting into the body. You might imagine that you're inhaling relaxation, exhaling any tension in the body. Take inventory in the body. Notice if you have tension anywhere. The low back, hips, knees, shoulders, neck. Send the breath to any of those areas. Inhaling relaxation, exhaling tension. And stay focused on your breathing. Feel the breath coming in and out. Count your breath to yourself. Inhale for 5 to 7 seconds. Exhale for 5 to 7 seconds. And think of relaxing with each exhale, just really letting go. Just taking a couple more deep breaths and then we'll close up. And open your eyes, coming to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the planes of motion, frontal, sagittal, and transverse. I'll see you next time.